Alright guys, so this is my Halloween project for 2020. Done a lot of research. I did a coffin last year where the skeleton only came out of the coffin halfway. At the waist is where he bent, and he just kind of leaned forward out of it. So I thought I'd do an actual full coffin where the skeleton actually stands up out of the coffin. Did a lot of research online, so if there's anybody online who's done one of these, YouTubers, stuff like that, everyone that I saw, they either did the same thing I already did last year, where the waist is the hinge, and then basically they just kind of sit up out of the coffin. I never saw one that actually fully stood up out of the coffin after the lid opened, so this was a new adventure. It took a while to get the geometry down for the lifting mech. So this is what I did, if you want to take a look. So the cylinder here lifts the lid. Now, mind the wood bar there, that's actually holding the lid open for me, but unfortunately this year, I'll probably modify it next year, but the cylinder I ordered for the lid was not long enough, so basically what I had to do was have the lid only open up, or basically only close till about maybe 4 inches down. So the lid is actually kind of already open a little bit, which is fine. I used it to my advantage, so not a big deal, but that's the way it ended up working. So next year I'll get a longer cylinder and I'll have the lid actually close all the way down, and then we'll go from there. But it's working pretty good. So that's the cylinder that opens the lid up, and then this is the lifting mech that lifts the skeleton out. So it's all PVC, and then the lifting mech you can see here, just use aluminum bar. You can get it at the hardware store. This cylinder here has a 12-inch throw on it, so it's got enough throw to stand this up straight, which is working out good. I've seen a lot of guys on videos use the screen door cylinders, the screen door or storm door closers, which works fine, but the only thing I don't like about those is you can't control the piston going back in. It's got a spring inside of there that actually kind of makes it retract slowly. So this is a double acting cylinder, so I can actually control the air in and out of it, which works out a little bit better. So, but anyway, so the lifting mech there, it just pushes that all the way up, and then it's not 100% straight up and down, which is what I ended up doing, because the skeleton's sitting in the front of this. When the skeleton's on this PVC platform, the skeleton is actually standing straight up. So if I actually had the PVC standing straight up, the skeleton would actually be leaning forward, so I didn't want that. I just wanted him standing straight up. So it works out pretty good. And one thing I had to do too was, you can see the bar down here, it's at an angle up, so that way the cylinder sits at an angle. If the cylinder sits flat or horizontal, it's just going to want to push out. It's not going to want to push up. So that's why I have the bar angled up, and so the cylinder is actually sitting at an angle already. So when the cylinder starts to push, it actually wants to push up and out on the lifting mechanism. So, but pretty simple, nothing too complicated. You know, didn't cost a lot of money, definitely under $100 for sure. So we'll see how it goes this year. I'll do another video here once I get the skeleton on there and start working him up and down, having the lid close up and down. I'll show you that too.